Welcome back, and this is the New Orleans Saints rebuild franchise. We're ending season number 5. We made it to the postseason. We would lose to the Bears, and the Bears would lose to the Packers, The Packers would then lose to the Bears, and the Bears would end up losing to the Steelers in the Super Bowl. Anderson, Richardson, Marion, Vincent, Rocket Ishmael, all these guys are going to hang it up. They're going to call it a career. I think there's no Saints that retire, which is a good thing because we've been in the playoffs more times than not in the first 5 years. Charlie Garner, Jason Sehorn, all going to call it Quadre Ishmael. The brothers retire at the same time. Who saw that coming? Jerome, the best Bettis, also going to call it a career. Ricky Williams, take my money. 96 overall, just 28 years of age. Kyle Turley going to bring him back. Dan Jenkins, 24 years of age, 85 overall center. Westbrook going to bring him back. He's at that 30-year age gap or line where most people are like, no, I'm not bringing him back, but I'm going to bring him back. Bill Brown going to bring him back. Then we got Williams, our left guard. Glover, 31 years of age, but a 96 overall D tackle. Then you got Travis Baker, not Barker. He's our punter. He's coming back. Joe Horn, he's going to come back as well. The rest of the guys, I hope everything works out for y'all, but you will not be on this team. See you later. Wouldn't want to be a Ray Lewis. He is now a Falcon. Lynch is now going to Washington. Two of the biggest names are on the move. Crazy stuff happening. Kenny Holmes is now an Eagle. Ahmad Plummer, he is now a Kansas City Chief. And then you got Sean Williams going for the New York Giants to the New York Jets. Just going across, what would it be? Do you even have to change the address? I don't know. Lance Johnstone, as of right now, is a Falcon as well. Robert Porcher also. Hugh Douglas is now playing for Washington. Priest Holmes, 80 overall, Priest Holmes. He is now going to be taking his talents to the to the Atlanta Falcons. That's Foster, our ex-running back, going to play for the Detroit Lions. Here goes where some of the quarterbacks are going. So, again, hope nothing but the best for y'all. Kelly Smith with the Seattle Seahawks. First round of the draft, we are going to go pick number 2 with Lloyd, a tight end. Then we're going to come back with a right defensive end, then a receiver in round 3, a quarterback in Wicks in round 4, round 5, a D tackle, 66 overall, then a cornerback at 61 overall, and then our Mr. Irrelevant will be a halfback, 57 overall. We will be trading Sammy Knight. Cap reasons, I don't have enough money to sign my draft picks. I never not like signing my draft picks. So we're going to trade him for Allen, who's a decent linebacker, but that's definitely a win for the Steelers. Again, I need the cap space. We're in a bind. So sometimes you got to bite the bullet and just be like, hey, I'm going to just mess up and lose a good player for a not so good player. We will be starting Lloyd at tight end. I want to start giving some of these young guys a chance because, again, we want to stay here for the long haul. The goal is to do 30 seasons. We'll see if we get there. This is going to be season 6 through 10. We got to get a Super Bowl. We've been to the playoffs. Got to get a Super Bowl. I like our linebacking core. I really like our secondary as well, but we got to sign a safety, and Pittman, he is going to fill that role. 25 years of age, 70 overall. Got to get a fullback. Our fullback got hurt, so we're going to bring in Nash, and we go 9-7. Capers is out as the Cardinals head coach. Duran is out as the Bills head coach. And we, again, made it to the postseason at 9-7. And that is good enough to win the division. The Panthers are right there at 9-7, but they did not beat us. Clearly, we beat them. 29 touchdowns for Brooks. Williams, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns on 331 carries. Horn, 66 for 971 and 10 touchdowns. Green with 12 touchdowns. And then Ricky Williams had a handful of touchdowns passing or receiving the football, I should say. Hitchcock with the most tackles at 90. Tackles for loss, I believe Hitchcock was second on that list. Anyways, Peyton Manning is your MVP. Then defensive player there was Morris of the Colts as well. Rookie of the year goes to the Bucs quarterback, and then the Chiefs linebacker. Best quarterback is Peyton Manning. Best running back is Ricky Williams. Eddie George is right after him. Terrell Owens is your best receiver. Courtney Brown is your best defensive lineman, and then Samari Rolle is your best defensive back. We're back in New Orleans. In the first episode, we did not win a playoff game. Can we change that? I hope we change that. We got to change that. Bennett going to get upended as he brings out the football to about the 25-yard line. Favre going to let this thing fly to Bennett. Bennett has been a busy man to start the ball game. Second down, 6 yards ago, Brett Favre lets it fly deep, and that pass will be broken up by Westbrook. Tight coverage all the way down the field and stuck his hand out there and knocked that football away doing the Jordan logo. That pass broken up, and just like that, we get the ball back, or we get the ball for the first time today. We get the ball to Ricky, runs a man over, but then meets a Green Bay-style roadblock. We're going to run the ball again. Big hit laid upon number 34. So 3rd down and 6. Brooks pump faking. Brooks letting the fly drop by Kenny. Kenny, I need you to come through. He didn't. Lewis on the punt return, going to get them some solid field position as they work their way up to the 30-yard line. Favre, under some pressure, slides to the right, and that pass will fall incomplete. So our defense does hold. They're going to try the field goal. The kick is up, and the kick will be good. So 1st down and 10. Brooks has it. Brooks going to let that thing fly to Lloyd, and our rookie tight end coming through with a good gain of 8. We get the ball to Ricky Williams. Gets upended as well, but he will pick up a 1st down. Now we're going to take a shot deep, looking for Green, and that's going to be well defended. We get the ball back to Green Bay, and then we get a sack. That's Howard, and now it's 3rd down and 15 for the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre looking downfield, going to find Bennett, but Bennett will not get past Westbrook, and we take over with 2 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. We get the ball to Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams going to get annihilated. He's trying to do all he can, but they are just teeing off on him. That pass in and out of the hands of Lloyd. A well-timed hit knocks that football loose. Brett Favre going to let it fly. That pass will fall incomplete. So now we take back over. Now under a minute to go, we throw it looking for Williams. Going to be picked off by Diggs. I tried to put as much air on that pass as I could, and it wasn't enough. So Favre throws it, going to find Big Bubba Franks. 2nd down and 7 now. They're going to get the thing to Amon Green. Breaks a tackle, turns up the sideline, and turns up the heat with a touchdown there. So the Packers are dominating this one so far. We're going to find Lloyd. A beautiful pass there, a beautiful catch. 3rd down and 17. Got to pick up a big chunk play here. We get hit. And that pass will fall in. No, it's going to fall into the hands of Atkins. And now the Packers, led by Favre, have a chance, but he gives the ball right back. So we know about interceptions and Brett Favre in this stadium, and I appreciate that one. So 3rd down and 6. Brooks looking downfield. Brooks throws it, and that one was nearly intercepted. No former Packer quarterback wants the ball. His picture in this talking about Brooks. He's still wearing his Green Bay jersey in this game. Brooks looking downfield, and Brooks going to get teed off on. That's Nagy. Nagy was a beast in the other game versus the Packers in the postseason. He's been a thorn in our side, taking a shot deep off of the hands of Jaquez Green. And now the Packers are going to try to take time off the clock. Amon Green to the right side. 3rd down and 9. Amon Green to the left side. And we do get a stop there. So can we score? That will be a good look. Brooks looking downfield, lets it fly. It's going to be caught by Mack. The big Mac Daddy coming through. 3rd down and 22. Looking for Green. That pass caught. Green inside the 15. Brought down just side of the 11. Now it's 3rd down and 33. Take a shot deep. Looking for Green. No bueno. They told me to kick a field goal. No bueno. And the Packers, they come and they shut us out 10-0. And they're going to be moving on to the next round. So Browns, they fall to the Titans, Seahawks over Washington, and those Jets beat down the Houston Texans. Colts over the Jets, Seahawks fall to the Chicago Bears, the Chiefs over the Titans, and the Packers, they beat the Eagles. Chiefs will fall to the Colts, Packers over the Bears, and now we have a Colts-Packers Super Bowl, and the winner is those Indianapolis Colts 52-29. Rod Smith, he's up out of here. So is my favorite Martin. Terrell Davis played till he was 33. It's a miracle. Jeff Garcia retires at 80 overall. Armstead is done. Whitman is done. Trent Green is done. We're going to bring back Charlie Hitchcock, 25 years of age, 86 overall inside linebacker. And then we gotta bring back some other guys. It can't just be him, or could it? Could it really just be him? It could really just be him. We're going to let everybody else walk and test free agency. In free agency, we will go after a right tackle. Don't really need a right tackle, but he's going into his 3rd year of service, And he's 85 overall. Look at those numbers. 90 pass block, 85 run block, 98 strength. I'm going to bring him in. Then Mark Terrell, D tackle, going into his 4th year out of Fresno State, has a grand total of 16 sacks in 3 seasons at D tackle. That's really not that bad. He comes in with 99 overall strength and a handful of forced fumbles as well. Andre Carter going to try to add to our pass rush. He doesn't have a whole lot of sacks. We're talking about 14 sacks, averaging 2 sacks for the past handful of seasons. Not a great look, but I like his overall, and I like the price we got him at. And then Greenwood, he's going to come in as a left outside linebacker. So because we picked up a right tackle, we can get rid of Turley, and we're going to get Nate Clements, cornerback, and we're going to get the first pick in round number 3. And looking around the league, Brad Stevens, who we drafted, I believe, in year 2 of this draft, or this rebuild franchise, he made it to the Pro Bowl. He actually had a pretty good season. So we're going to go ahead and draft Williams. He's a receiver. Ham, D tackle. That is going to be the Kyle Turley pick number 1 from the Chicago Bills, from the Buffalo Bills. Thinking Chicago Bulls, can't tell you why, but I just was. And then we're going to pick up a left guard and then a fullback in lot 61 overall. Our roster looks like this. Brooks, 86. Ricky Williams, 96 overall. If he gets hurt, we could be in trouble. Nash is our starting fullback. Then you got Horn at 86, Green at 87, then Williams after him. Lloyd is now 78 overall. He's going to be our starting tight end for the 2nd season in a row. O-line still looking pretty good. Right side might be better than the left side now. That kind of was the other way around when we first started this. Then you got Howard at left end, Carter at right end. The D tackles with Glover, Ham, and Terrell. I mean, we're looking good. We're looking real good. Real good. I think these guys might be the future. Holman looking like a decent outside linebacker as well. And then we got some young guys. Hitchcock looking good. Then we got Clements and Westbrook. They should be shut down corners. Pittman is now 73 overall. He was 70 when we signed him. So we will be making the trade. Glover, we're going to trade Glover. It's time to let him walk. He's starting to regress. He was 99 overall. Now he's 92 again. It's not that big of a drop-off, but we have 2 D tackles in the 80s, and they're younger. They might be able to get close to that 90 overall mark, so we're going to let him walk. Bunch of coaches are walking, resigning, calling it a quits. We have the number 1 seed in the NFC at 11-5. The Rams are 11-5. The Packers are also 11-5. Brett Favre is your league MVP. Obviously, he's going to be Offensive Player of the Year. Ricky Williams, you got robbed yet again. Brian Urlacher is a Defensive Player of the Year. Carter for the Ravens is your Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kozlowski, we passed on him. We picked Gilbert over him, and he ends up winning Rookie of the Year. Maybe I made a bad choice there. Neither one of them were going to start in our linebacking core. But hey, maybe I made a mistake. Who knows? I am not perfect. Nagy is your D lineman of the year. Brian Urlacher is your linebacker of the year. Sean Springs, your DB of the year. And then Philly Phil Dawson is your kicker of the year. Brooks, 22 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Ricky Williams, 1,600 yards and had the most receptions. And he was 2nd or 3rd on the teams in yards. 3 receiving touchdowns for him. Pancakes galore for this offensive line. Powell gave up 15 sacks. Not the best ratio, but that's okay. And then Deron, 83 tackles to lead the team. Hitchcock, 12 tackles for loss to lead the team. And then Holman, our linebackers all over the place, 9 sacks to lead the team. And then Brown, Westbrook all had 4 picks. Clements, he comes in with 3 picks. And then Glover for the Colts now, he just had 4 sacks. 5 TFLs again, and 49 tackles to keep it 100 for a D tackle. That's pretty good as well. So the Colts, they lose to the Texans. That's a bad year all around. Seahawks over the Packers. Then you got the Patriots over the Titans, and then the Eagles over those Minnesota Vikings. So we are back in the postseason. So far, we played 3 teams this postseason, or all the postseason that we made it going back to our last episode. It's either been the Eagles, the Packers, or those Seattle Seahawks. Can we beat one of those teams? We are 0 for 4 in the postseason so far. Staley gonna get loose. Now, I do not warm up at all. We go straight all Madden difficulty, and I learn the game as we record and play, and yo, it's taking me a minute. But if you think about it, this would be like game 5 for me, and maybe we could turn things around. We got some pressure. We forced a bad pass after we got a sack, and now we take back over. So we're going to run the ball with Ricky Williams, and Ricky Williams going to pick up a gain of around 3. 3rd down and 7. Going to find Lloyd, but he drops it. So the Eagles take back over, 2nd down and 2, and they're going to run the ball with Staley, and Deuce will not get loose. We're going to shut him down there. 3rd down and 2, going to send this one deep, and Mitchell gets behind Nate Clements, and that right there is going to be the first points of the ball game. Mr. McNabb put that thing on the frozen rope. 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Last play of the first quarter. Going to find Green. Green's going to turn it up, and he's going to pick up a 1st down. We need some momentum on our side. Going to fire this one to Lloyd. Makes the catch. Falls forward. Crosses the 1st down marker. Move those chains. Brooks with time. Throws it. Wayne makes the catch. And Wayne coming through in a major way. Him, Green, and Horn, a beautiful trio of receivers. And there goes Green right on cue. Gonna pick up a 1st down. We get the ball to Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams says, "Get off of me, big homie." 3rd and goal. Brooks looking. Brooks going down, and that's not exactly what we wanted to see. So we got to settle for a field goal. 7-3 is now the score. McNabb steps up. McNabb looking downfield, and McNabb going down. He's getting brought down. 30 seconds on the clock. Can we score? Brooks throws it. Green gets open again. Green turns upfield, and maybe we could have got a little bit more, but I'll take the 1st down. 3rd down and 8. Brooks heaves this one deep, and it's going to be caught by Wayne. Wheezy coming through with the catch. 2nd down and goal. We're going to throw it to the end zone. Caught by Lloyd. And for the first time in this rebuild franchise, we have ourselves a lead in the postseason. That pass going to be caught by Lloyd, and that's going to result in a gain of 3. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Brooks under pressure. The pass gets broken up right in his face, and the Eagles defense holds. So they take back over. Going to hand this thing off to Deuce Staley, and the Deuce will not get loose. That was 3rd down. They got to punt it. We get the ball to Ricky Williams, and the Texas Longhorn will pick up a good game. 3rd down and 2. Can he pick up a 1st down? I'm not quite sure that got it, but they're going to say it did. So now it's 3rd down and 10. We take a shot deep, looking for Green. It's tipped, but he's able to regather it and pick up the 1st down. Inside the 10, we give it to Ricky Williams, who finds the end zone. So on 4th and 5, last chance to dance. That pass caught and then dropped by Staley. And we're going to walk about it here with a victory. Do you believe in miracles? Broncos over the Patriots. We beat the Eagles 17-7. Texans over the Bengals. And then the Rams over those Seahawks. The Texans, Broncos, Rams over the Seahawks. And there's going to be us and the Rams. Old school NFC West rivalry from way back in the day. Yeast to the 10, 15-20. Then they get brought down at around the 25-yard line. Warner sets it up. Throws it, and he might want to throw up after that pass was dropped. Brooks looking downfield, dropping way back, buying as much time as we can buy just to throw it into a crowd of Rams. Not what we're trying to do there. So now Hakeem on the punt return, shakes off one guy and turns on the Jets and waves bye-bye. He's chucking up the deuces as he crosses the goal line. And that's a record, y'all. 84-yard punt return is a record. It's always been the record. It's always going to be the record. Green makes the catch. Now he turns on the Jets, brought down by Adam Archuleta. That might have saved a touchdown. We're going to run the ball, Ricky Williams. Ricky Williams, he's going to get thrown down, but he will pick up a decent game. 3rd down and 5 on the pressure, and down goes Brooks. The Rams take back over. Kurt Warner throws it. Kurt Warner's pass incomplete. Nate Clements with a hand on the football. Brooks looking downfield as we take back over. Going to find Williams, but he's not going to have enough for the 1st down. They're going to send the blitz. We pick it up. We're pump faking it. We're throwing it. That pass broken up at the last second. The Rams take back over. Back and forth we go. Falk makes the catch. I believe he used to sell popcorn in the Superdome. The story is my story remembering skills. Is that a thing? My story remember? If I can remember the story correctly. I got the order out. Don't judge me. Anyways, kick is up, kick is good, and the St. Louis Rams are starting to dominate. Brooks takes a shot deep, looking for Green. Green makes the catch again and has us up by midfield. Brooks looking downfield, throws it, has Ricky wide open, and Ricky turns on the Jets. And Ricky, he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. So we're going to send out the field goal team. Kick is up, and the kick is good, and we finally got some points up on the board. So 10-3 is the score. We're down by 7. We're taking a shot deep, caught by Joe Horn. You can't forget about him. Ricky Williams, he gets the carry here, and he's going to fall forward for a first down. Brooks fires it, caught by Green, shy of the first down. So we got to get a big chunk play here, and Green's going to hold on to it just a little bit too long, and the hit forces a bad pass. Now Marshall crosses midfield, brought down at around the 40 in New Orleans territory. That pass caught by Hakeem, has a punt return touchdown, almost has a receiving touchdown, takes it down to the 5. Falk goes up the gut and gets shut down. They got to settle for a field goal. Kick is good. They're back up by 10. So the Rams with a 2-score lead. Brooks looking downfield, throws in, is picked by Davis. He just flew like Superman, and that's going to do it. 13-3 is the final. It's going to be the Broncos and the Rams. The Texans come out a game short. And to watch the Texans do their thing as the Broncos win by 1 in what seemed to be a very, very good Super Bowl. Favre, Falk, Joe Horn retires as a Saint. That was kind of my goal. Didn't want to mention it out loud just in case I wanted to move on, but he does retire a Saint. Wycheck is gone as well. But with the Houston Texans, kind of cool to see how they progress because they were an expansion team after season 1 in this franchise. So it's kind of cool to see what they've done. Cordell Stewart, Tony Banks going to retire as well. Jaquez Green, he accepts his new deal. So does Willie Roaf. I want him to retire as a Saint, and that's easier for him because O-linemen hold on to their overalls a little bit more. We got Deron, he's coming back. We got Powell, got to bring him back, 97 overall, 29 years of age. And then we got Steve Wells, our kicker, is 99 overall, only 99 player on the team, going to bring him back as well. Everybody else, I hope nothing but the best for you, but you got to take your walking papers and you got to get the heck up out of here. I hope there's a contract waiting for you, even you, Westbrook, even you, James Brooks, and even you, Mr. Williams, who is now just 81 overall. Even Sam Cross got to get his walking pace. But we'll bring Sam back. We do sign Alfred, 85 overall outside linebacker, left guard, 82 overall, Blackman, a 79 overall cornerback. And again, we did bring back Cross. He was our backup. He will be our backup again at 70 overall. Some of the big names, Mitchell going to the Bucks. Then you got Springs going to the Steelers. You also got Brooks going to the Steelers. Yeah, so Mr. Brooks, Derek Brooks, going to finish as a Steeler, and so was Chad Pennington. I did offer him a contract just to be our backup. He wanted a little bit too much just to be a backup. I was like, no, not going to pay those prices. We get Davis, 85 overall rookie strong safety. He is finally going to be the guy that we can use to replace Mr. Knight. Everybody else seems to be a solid draft pick as well. But I was so happy to get Davis. And Davis, he's have to be a Saint. Why? Because we win 12-4. Dan Reeves, he's out as the Vikings head coach. And yet again, home playoff game, #1 seed. Can we do work this year? Now, the problem is Brooks is going to be out till the Super Bowl, it looks like. So, Cross, he's going to have to handle business for us. I'm glad we signed him back. Ricky Williams, 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns, just shy of 1,800 yards. Green with the most receptions and most yards and most touchdowns with 11. And then Lake, the guy that we signed to replace Turley, he is a pancake machine. Hitchcock is a tackling machine. Alfred is a tackle for loss machine. And then sacks also go to Alfred, and then Hitchcock, and then Ham, and then Howard. So this defense, we just kind of retool it, and we're looking good. Davis, his rookie year, 2 interceptions. Brown with 4. Nate Clements with 3. Hitchcock with 2. Deron with 2. Edgerrin James is an MVP. Ricky Williams would have been your NFC MVP, believe it or not. That is a thing. I know you know that now, but for the longest time, I really didn't know that. I thought it was just MVP for the whole league, now the NFC and the AFC one. When I was like younger, when this game was around, and this game was popular, and this game was the game to get. Anyways, Ricky Williams finishes next to Edgerrin James. They went 1-2 in the draft. They finished 1-2 in the top running backs in the league for this season. Adam Archuleta is your best DB. Wild card round. Broncos over the Chargers. Giants, they fall to the Seahawks. Dolphins over the Titans. And the Packers over the Eagles. So Brett Favre retires. And we're taking on the Packers again. And Sam Cross is the only guy wearing number 4. Cash is their quarterback. And Cash going to find Bubba Franks like Brett Favre did all those years that we faced them in the postseason. Bubba Franks was shy of the first down, and that kick is shy of their target. So we're going to lean on Ricky Williams. He's the best running back in the NFC, but he gets stonewalled right there. So we fire it to Lopez, and Atkins steps in front of it. I believe he had a pick the last time we played him in the postseason, and he has one here. Different quarterback, same story. Toss play to Amon Green. Amon Green with excellent blocking. Then he get touched till he got to the goal line, and by then you should cancel the holidays. Cross under pressure, and Cross going down. 3rd down and 19. Cross steps up. Cross still stepping up. Now he decides to tuck it and run it. This is the first play that I realized is triangle to bring down the icons and run. We play a lot of football games. Sometimes I forget which game has what mechanics. Excuse me. Ricky Williams to the left side. Ricky Williams going nowhere. Sharper with the takedown. Cross throws it. That pass is dropped. Looking for Cook. So 4th and 9, we're going to go for it. We throw it. Tight coverage on Wayne. And we do not pick up the first down. But we do get a sack. Hitchcock coming through with a sack there, trying to take some momentum away. Cash looking downfield, and that's not going to work out for your player. So we have 1 minute on the clock. 3rd down and 7. Cross looking. Cross heaving it to a wide open Lloyd. Lloyd is going to get up out of bounds with a first down in his back pocket. Good protection here, but we drop way back. We avoid the pass rush. Going to find Lloyd again. Gets away from one Packer. Then takes a whole host of Packers to bring him down. Cross under some pressure here. That pass caught by Wayne, and Cross, he kind of playing like Brett Favre, who I believe grew up in, was it Louisiana? I know he went to Southern Miss. I don't know. That's Mississippi. I don't know. Forgive me. I don't know what I'm talking about. That pass was a good one, and that one is a good one. So Cross is looking good. We will start the 3rd quarter with the football. Ricky Williams to the left side. Decent game. Cross looking. That pass incomplete off of the hands of Green, and the Packers take back over. They're going to throw it right side. Caught by Bennett. Bennett going to get brought down as he crosses midfield. Green to the left side, and Ham is all over that. Now Cash throws it. That pass going to be caught, and that will be just shy of the first down. Green is hurt for us. They got to set up the field goal team. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Packers, they do increase it 48 yards. Longest field goal in NFL history. Has to be. Lloyd makes the catch right there, and Lloyd's going to turn upfield for a good gain on the first down. 2nd down and 10. Cross throwing nothing but heat-seeking missiles. Cross looks good. Cross looks darn good. Again, just 70 overall, but he looks good, and down we go. I believe that was Nagy with the sack, and again, Nagy has just been a pain in our backside this whole rebuild. 3rd down and 9. Cross going to fire it. That pass caught by Lloyd. Move those chains. Minute 35 on the clock here in the 4th. Williams makes the catch out of the backfield, hog tied down. 2nd down and 5. Cross fires it. Caught by Willie Williams, and that's going to be a first down. Cross dropping back again. Cross throws it to Lloyd, but shy of the first down. We got to settle for a field goal, and this football game is headed to overtime. So 10-10 is the score in the overtime period. Cash has it. Cash lets it fly. Overthrows everybody. We take over the chance to win. 3rd down and 9. Cross lets it fly. That's dropped by Lloyd. We get the ball back to the Packers. Cash off of the play fake. Throws it quickly. That ball, going to be hauled in, but not enough for a first down. So we take back over. 3rd and 5. We find Wayne. 2nd down and 10. Cross avoids the pass rush. I don't know how we did it, but we did. Green makes the catch, gets around McKenzie, and we're deep in their territory. That pass caught by Lloyd, and on 4th and 6, going to send out the field goal team. Wells is 99 overall, but there's wind in the Superdome clearly, as we do not get enough power, and the accuracy I don't think was that good. And now Clemens makes the catch. He's off to the races, and we do catch up to him with Bill Brown, but they're in field goal range. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So far, it was last season we won our first playoff game. We've gone, I believe now it's 5 times now, right? And yeah, it's 6 times now. And it's not a very good ratio, as you can see. Colts end up beating the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. To the retirees, Mike Allstott, he's going to call it a career. Stover, Mike Anderson retires as a higher overall than Eddie George. But Eddie George, 37 yards away from Emmitt Smith's record. Now, Emmitt Smith retired, I believe, after year 1. I didn't check his all-time because he did not go to Arizona in this universe. But my goodness gracious, Eddie George, he would be the all-time leading rusher if we count what Emmitt Smith did in this video, in this franchise, in this series. Kurt Warner, career-ending injury. You hate to see it, but that's his reality. Musa Muhammad, he's going to call it a career. Deuce Staley, he's done as well. Didn't get over that 10,000-yard mark. I was just curious. Nate Clements, we're going to bring him back. Reggie Wayne, we're going to bring him back. 30 years of age, 86 overall. I still mess with you. Bill Brown, 85 overall, 27 years of age. Barker, why don't you come on, Barker? Baker, excuse me, not Barker, but Baker. Lloyd, you come on back. Ricky Williams, again, you just take my money. You live rent-free in my memories for life. Jaquez Green, you can come back too as well. Everybody else, again, I hope nothing but the best for you. Much success in your life, but we will be calling it a career between us two. We will pick up John Abraham, and then I looked at his stats. I love the overall at 89 overall going into his year 30 year, 9 years in the league, but his sack numbers stink. And I was like, oh my gosh, this might not work out. Dwayne Stewart, fullback, we're going to bring him in. John Abraham was the highest overall player, though, in this free agency class. Leroy Glover is now moving on to the Tennessee Titans. And then you got Hovan going to replace him. Zach Thomas going to Washington. First pick, a D-tackle, Andrew, 77 overall. Coffee, a quarterback, 71 overall in second round. And then we're going to go with a receiver in Lane, 69 overall. And then fifth round, we got Snow, a cornerback. And then Simmons, 66 overall right guard. And then a 50 overall cornerback just for depth. And yeah, Brooks is now 85, starting to regress just a little bit. Ricky Williams holding tough at 96 overall. Stewart, 86 overall. He is our starter. He will be our starting fullback, hopefully for years to come. I love me a good fullback. Lloyd, now 86 overall. So although he's had some struggles, has some drops, he looks good. Willie Roaf, 88 overall. Young, 85. Jenkins, 93. Powell, 97. Lake, 96, right side of the O-line, looking good. Howard, 90, I believe it was 90. And then Ham, 86. Andrews, I know you're a rookie, but you're not going to start. We got 86 to 85. We're going to go with that as of right now. Andrews, you have a bright future, though. All right, linebacking core, I'm still loving my linebacking core. Clements, Blackman looking good. Bill Brown, 85 overall. And Davis now 89 overall after being an 85 overall rookie. And Bill Belichick, he resigns. Williams resigns. And we go 10-6. Can this be the year that we have a better run in the postseason? Seahawks, Rams, Lions, Saints, Eagles, Giants are your playoff teams. The Falcons, Buccaneers, Panthers miss out, all going 7-9. So all of our quarterbacks play. A bunch of our running backs play. Ricky missed some time. Only 196 carries. That's how I can know he missed some time. Slater actually averaged 4.7 yards per carry. Again, sometimes if you want to do a rebuild with Madden 2002, I don't know if you even have that game. If you want to, maybe give some of these younger guys that have lower overalls a chance because they might actually be pretty good. And we did build a good O-line. So Slater coming in, averaging 4.7 yards a carry. I think he's like right around 70 overall. That's actually quite impressive. Ham is going to be out for this one. That's not a good look. Terrell, most sacks. Hitchcock second in that category. And then when it comes to our interceptions, again, Davis, Snow, Brown all with 1. And then Deron with 2. So not that many picks. Kind of a weird season. Michael Vick, just want to check on him, see if he's okay. And, 25,000 passing yards, 157 TDs. I should have looked at his rushing numbers. Edgerrin James, Offensive Player of the Year, and your MVP yet again. Absolutely killing things. There's another new number 4 in Green Bay. He's your Offensive Rookie of the Year. Coach Mike Holmgren is your Coach of the Year. Peyton Manning is your Quarterback of the Year. And then Dallas head coach for the Houston Texans, that is Bill Parcells. Best running back is the Edgerrin James, man. Did that say Pinkston? Not Pinkston. What's his name? The Philadelphia receiver that didn't like contact is their best receiver. My goodness gracious, times have changed. That man, Ty Pinkston. Yeah, I want to say it's Ty Pinkston. He did not want to get hit to save his life. Wicks, our former quarterback, is their starter, going to find Reed. So Wicks taking on the Saints in the postseason. Ron Dane getting tripped up and going nowhere. 3rd down and 10. Wicks fires it. That pass caught, bobbled, and then caught by Wilkes. I want to say that's our ex-receiver. Ron Dane running through contact like a bull in a china shop. They're going to fire that thing. It's caught by Reed, and the G-men are hot. They get the ball again without us doing a darn thing. And then Sherwood coming through with a big catch there. Wicks looking downfield. That pass caught by Hilliard. And they're going to settle for a field goal. And the G-men are up 10-0 as we head to the third quarter. I'm tired of losing home playoff games. This is ridiculous. That pass caught by Weezy. Reggie Wayne coming through in a major way. I needed that, Reggie. I needed that. That pass caught by Lloyd. I needed that, Mr. Lloyd. Third down and 18. Brooks fires it, looking for Ricky Williams, and that pass falls incomplete. So the Giants, they take back over. Third down and 10. Wicks throws it and overthrows Rondane. Why throw the ball to Rondane, and why is Rondane line up in the slot? We're going to take a shot deep. That pass caught by Green, and Jaquez Green going to take us inside the 15, and then we find Lloyd. That's a touchdown. And I got to say something. The coach's skins in this, like that looked just like George Schieffer. There was another clip I should have showed you. I know George Schieffer. I'm a not a fan. That looked dead on him. Dennis Green, like his shape up, I think you're going to see it. In one of our playoff games, spoiler alert, we do make it past somebody. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say when we play Detroit. I'm just saying. We're going to run the ball with Ricky Williams up their gut, and he's going to pick up a first down there. Second down, Brooks surveys the field, looking for my man Green. Green with the catch there. Do we have life? Do we have a chance? Second down and 5. Brooks looking for Jaquez Green again. He's loose inside the 5 and dropped at the 1-yard line. 12 seconds. Give it to Slater. That's a touchdown, and that will do it. We take care of the G-men in New Orleans. 14 straight points. You got to love comebacks. You just got to love it. Jets over the Broncos. Chargers over the Colts. Those Eagles fall to the St. Louis Rams. So we will be playing not Detroit, but Seattle. We will be taking on Seattle. Can we beat Seattle in Seattle? That is never an easy place to play. This freaking college stadium, Husky Stadium. It would be dope if they actually built the new stadium for them. I forget the name of it. But yeah, Quest Field. That's what it was back in the day. Quest Field, I believe. Anyway, Sean Alexander crosses midfield. Sean Alexander trying to end our playoff dreams. After winning the playoff game, can we take this even further? Alexander makes the catch there. He's going to get brought down around the 20. Hasselbeck going to hand that thing off to Alexander. Alexander going to find the end zone, touchdown, Seattle. And just like that, the Seahawks have themselves a touchdown. Brooks looking downfield, and Brooks is going down. Second down and 18. Brooks under pressure, and Brooks is going down. I was like, what happened to our O-line? I thought we were pretty good. Are people hurt? Because we're playing like people are hurt. 3 straight sacks in Seattle, dominating the early stages. Muhammad, he makes the catch right there, and that's going to be a first down. Third down and 10. Hasselbeck fires it, and that pass will not be caught. They got to settle for a field goal. The kick is up, but it is no good. They miss it, so we have some life as we find Lloyd, and that pass will be caught, but shy of the first down. So 4th and 3, we're going to go for them, Dexter. They dropped the D lineman back in the coverage, and he's showing that he used to play tight end back in high school. Second down and 4. Hasselbeck lets it fly. That pass going to be caught by Walker. Down to the 2. Third and goal. Alexander crosses the goal line for his second touchdown. And everybody that loves the Alabama Crimson Tide loves Sean Alexander. We're going to take a shot deep looking for Green, and Green makes the catch. And we're at the other 20-yard line now. First down and 10. Brooks going to Green. Brought down at the 2, and there's an injury, so we get to save our last time out. So we run the ball because we still have a timeout, Seattle. So we run the ball because we have a beast at running back, Seattle, and we pick up a touchdown. Brooks looking downfield, going to fire this one deep, looking for Weezy, who makes the catch. Absolutely ridiculous. Brooks lets him fly. Broken up there. Can't be too mad about that. That was just a great play. We got to try a field goal. The kick is up, and the kicking woes continue. It is still 14-7. Can we get a stop and get the ball back for our offense? We get some pressure. Down goes Hasselbeck. Hitchcock with the sack. Third down and 13. Matt Hasselbeck rolls to the right, throws it, caught by Russell. They're going to set up the field goal unit again. The kick is up, and they can't knock home a field goal either. 4th and inches now. We're going to run the ball. Ricky Williams, who was loose. Ricky, 30, 20, 10-5, the bad guy has returned. Touchdown, Ricky Williams. Touchdown, New Orleans Saints. This football game is tied at 14-all. That pass going to be caught by Walker. And Walker's going to pick up a decent game, but not enough to move the chains. So they send the field goal team again. And this time, again, it's no good. They can't make field goals. They're giving us some chance. They're giving us some hope. They're giving us a Brooks with a lane to run through. You're probably like, why haven't you been doing this since the start? Now he has no more athleticism. He really doesn't. He only has 70 overall speed at this point in his career. Cook going to make the catch there. And we're in field goal range. Can we make it? Yes, we can. The New Orleans Saints win 2 playoff games and punch our ticket to the NFC Championship game, where we will face those Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions, they beat the Rams. The Browns fall to the Jets, and those Texans beat the Chargers in overtime. So the Texans back in the conference championship game. It's going to be them and the Jets, us and the Lions. And as I mentioned, Dennis Green is now the head coach of those Detroit Lions. Look at those old school Detroit uniforms. Gotta love it. I love the face mask in this. It's old school feel. And look at Dennis Green's shape up. Look at that fade. That is immaculate. That is immaculate. His barber deserves a standing ovation. Brooks looking downfield. That pass caught by Lloyd, and that's going to be a first down. Even though I love your fade, Dennis Green, I hope we bust you in your butt. Brooks going to get brought down there. 2nd down and 16. Brooks steps up. He will not avoid the rush. Gets brought down again. Sacks galore. 3rd down and 21. We will find Lloyd. Breaks a tackle. Then he gets brought down kind of too far for a field goal, too short for a punt, and we find Reggie Wayne. 1st down. Under a minute to go. We're going to fire it. That pass caught by Lloyd. And now we're going to run the ball. And that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. And look at the rugby scrum. Hey, I'll take it, though. That's a 1st down. Brooks looking. Brooks firing it to Lloyd. They're going to give us a touchdown. And the Saints are winning the NFC Championship game. And there goes Hitchcock. He is the meanest linebacker the land has ever seen. That pass will fall incomplete. Charlie Batch, get it together. 3rd down and 15. Charlie Batch fires it. Oh, Charlie, get it together. 2nd down and 15. Brooks looking downfield. Brooks looking for Reggie Wayne. He connects the dots. Reggie Wayne makes the catch, and he gives New Orleans Saints a new set of downs. We're going to fire it to the left side. Green makes the grab, beating number 20. And now Brooks looking. Firing it. Intercepted by Campbell. That's not good. That is not good, delicious. No, that's bad. Somebody messed up the recipe. Somebody messed up the instructions. Anyways, 3rd quarter now. Can the Lions come back? They take a shot deep, and the accuracy is on point, and Langford gets this one down to the 1. 1st and goal. They're going to give it to Collins. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Collins gets the carry. We're going to try to shut him down. He coughs it up, and we take it right back. Dennis Green, like, that looked real. I haven't seen that one. I'm like, yo, that really look like Dennis Green. You know what I mean? The belt over the belly button and everything. Rest in peace to coach. Anyway, Cook going to take this one to the left side, and that's going to result in a gain of 9. Then we get the ball to Williams. He's going to pick up the rest right there. 3rd down and 3. Brooks fires it. That pass going to be caught by Ricky Williams. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Brooks looking, pump faking. Brooks under pressure. And Brooks will pick up the 1st down. And ladies and gentlemen, that right there is going to do it, because we're going to knock home this field goal, and we're about to knock the Detroit Lions up out of the postseason. 10-7 is the final in this one. And the New Orleans Saints, mama, we did it. We're headed to the Super Bowl to take on the Houston Texans. They got a great quarterback, Benji Mitchell, 90 overall. They also have Fam. He won in our, I believe, season 2 or 3. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I want to say Defensive Player in the Year, like he's LT, Lawrence Taylor. I think he did that. Maybe I'm wrong. Now, they got the helmets for the most part kind of right. The jerseys are practice jerseys. And matter of fact, I take that back because the helmets weren't white. But hey, it's the Houston Texans, and there goes Hawkins. It'd be better if your name was Dawkins. But either way, it's a touchdown for you. So this is like their practice jerseys, but I'm for it. Houston Texans, an expansion team in Madden 2002. I'll just say 22. That's how old this game is. 2nd down and 8. Brooks looking downfield, lets it fly, and it's caught by Wayne. Just throw it up and let Wayne go insane in his membrane. I almost got it out correctly. 3rd down and 5. Brooks looking. Brooks surveying the field. Brooks throws it. It's going to be caught by Lloyd, but out of bounds. So we got to settle for a field goal. Does it snow in Tennessee? I know they got some hills. I want to say they got some hills. I don't know. Never been. But does it really snow in Tennessee like that? I don't know. Webb inside his own end zone, and Webb, I guess it does. It gets cold, right? It gets cold. I know it gets cold. Right? The miracle, like the white check pass to Dyson. It looked cold that day. I just don't remember snow. I don't know. Let me stop rambling. Brooks looking downfield, going to fire this thing. That pass caught by Wayne, and that's a 1st down. Reggie Wayne. I believe he's 31 years of age right now. He's still playing like a young man. And in real life, 31 is young. But you know what I mean. Okay, this is football. Now, we're going to run that thing with Williams. Williams going to get brought down, but just holding on the play. And they're going to accept the penalty. So 2nd down and 11. Brooks sidesteps the rush somehow, and then Wayne with the acrobatic catch. Brooks fires it. That pass incomplete. There goes Fam right there. He is a bad man, that Fam is. Got to settle for a field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So 2nd down and 2. Mitchell has it. Benji Mitchell letting it fly. Caught by Dixon, and they might score before the half is up. They're going to run the ball. He gets loose, and that's going to be a good gain and a good tackle to save them from getting the 1st down. But they give the ball to him again, and that's going to be a 1st down. So Houston is marching deeper and deeper, closer and closer to the end zone, and then Webb gets across the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. So I believe it's 7-6. We're going to find Reggie Wayne. He's trying to get himself a Super Bowl MVP. 3rd down and 10. Brooks looking, firing it to Lloyd, and is broken up. So that's not going to work out. 2nd half action now. Mitchell throws it quickly, caught by Hawkins, and we're there to bring him down. 3rd down and 10. Mitchell lets this one fly. That pass broken up. And now it's 1st and 10. Williams gets the carry, and Williams, he's going to run into a roadblock after he picks up 3 yards. 2nd down and 7, going to Green downfield. Look out. You'll get kicked out the league with hits like that today. Brooks under pressure. Brooks going down. It was a beautiful delayed blitz call. And yeah, the O-line went every which way except for blocking him. And now they throw it to the running back. He gets down inside our territory. Houston Texans are on the move. We get a stop, though, with Andrews. They're going to try this field goal. No way they knock this on, right? No way. The kick is up, and it's good. 17-6. Brooks sacked at the 1. 3rd down and 30. We throw it. It's bobbled. It's dropped. 4th and 30. Brooks rolls right. Throwing it deep to Wayne. Has it, and then the hit knocks the ball loose and knocks that chin strap loose, and that helmet gets loose. And the Houston Texans are going to add another touchdown, and they're going to win their first Super Bowl 24-6. The Houston Texans. That coach, that's Dallas coach. That is Bill Parcells. He has himself a Super Bowl trophy with those Houston Texans. Marvin Harrison, he's going to retire. Kevin Falk going to call it a career. Terry Glenn, the late great Terry Glenn, going to call it a career as well. Orlando's Gray. Brian Dawkins, what up, family? Going to call it a career. Hawthorne, he started off his career with us, at least in this. He's done so. McNair's done. Plummer's done. Achilles Smith. Bishop and Ryan Leaf finishes as a Raider, age 33. So he basically 33 years of age. I mean, for a quarterback, that's kind of young. But hey, for somebody that's labeled a bust in real life, that's not too bad here. So we're bringing back our guys. Willie Roaf, 87 overall, 39 years of age. We're bringing him back on a 2-year contract. Hitchcock, 92 overall, right in his prime at 28 years of age. Everybody else, I hope the best for you. I really, really do. But I'm going to have to let the rest of y'all walk. Damian Woody is now a Falcon. Akers is now a Cleveland Brown. Maynard is a Dolphin. Percy Brown is a Titan. Mitchell going to the Patriots. Page is a Charger. Nagy goes from the Packers to the Raiders, so we don't have to face him in the postseason no more. Thank goodness. Man is very, very, very good. 11 forced fumbles in his career. Warren Sapp is now a Raven. That just feels right. I don't know why, but it just does. Then you got Reynolds. He's going to the Patriots. I want to say Taylor grew up in Pennsylvania. I want to say this. So Pittsburgh Steelers bringing home Jason Taylor. NFL draft. Barton. First round pick, 76 overall running back. It might be time to think past Ricky Williams. Bruce, receiver, going to bring him in 70 overall in the third round. Fourth round, we're going to go get a middle linebacker in Carter, 60 overall. Fifth round, LT, left tackle at 67 overall, and the center at 59 overall. And that's going to do it for the NFL draft. Brooks is now 84 overall. Do we think about moving on from him? It depends on what's out there in the market, I suppose. Green, 84 overall. Wayne, 86 overall. And matter of fact, I think this is the year that we got to let Cook start to cook. So we're going to have Green as our third receiver. Cook is going to be our second receiver, 75 overall, 97 overall speed, 71 awareness. That's the way that is going to be. The writing is on the wall for Mr. Green. Most likely will be his last year. Willie Rofe, still good at 87 overall left tackle, but again, the right side of our line, very good. Lake is 99 overall. And I love me some Kyle Turley, but when I could get somebody younger that's just as good and can probably blossom, sometimes you got to pull the trigger no matter how hard it hurts. And just know it hurt me a lot more to cut you or trade you, Kyle Turley, than it did you. Jones, safety, going to bring him in. Cummings going to bring him in to play fullback. Tony Dungy going to resign as the Buccaneers head coach. We go 12-4, ladies and gentlemen. That's second best in the NFC standings. The Falcons make it to the postseason, and the Vikings win their division at 7-9. Now, Aaron Brooks is probable, but good thing we play in the divisional round and not in the wild card round, or he wouldn't play. And I love Aaron Brooks. 19 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Ricky Williams, 1,400 yards still. He's creeping up on that all-time rushing list. Could we get him to possibly 20,000? He's 32 years of age, and I'm not saying he's going to stay with us the whole time, but if he wants to, and maybe be a backup one day, I will gladly put him in that Jerome Bettis role towards the end of his career. Why not? John Cook, decent season. Not bad. I'll take that. Not bad. 47 receptions. Again, receivers really don't get too many targets. We kind of spread out the wealth in our passing game. Willie Rofe still getting the job done. Not to make pancakes, but did not give up that many sacks either. So I'm going to take that. Hitchcock, 89 tackles. 14 tackles for loss for Big Ham. 11 sacks for him. 11 sacks for Hitchcock. 11 sacks for Alfred. I mean, we're just doing our thing. And then picks. Hitchcock with 1. We got Brown with 2. Davis with 3. And Clements with 4. Frazier is your MVP at middle linebacker. Now, that's saying something. That middle linebacker. And then you got Frazier is your he's going to be a defensive player of the year too, obviously. Cornerback Irving for the Niners. He is your defensive rookie of the year. Jamal Lewis is your running back of the year. Haven't seen Jamal Lewis get too much love. And I mean, at this point, he got to be a little bit older than Ricky Williams. All right, at the same age as Ricky Williams, I want to say. Champ Bailey getting some love, still with Washington. And Washington again has a top seed. The Chiefs, they will beat the Texans. Seattle over the Giants. The Colts over the Buccaneers. And the Falcons over the Vikings. And then Seattle would just absolutely demolish us. It wasn't even close. 30-7. I couldn't tell you what happened. It wasn't a good afternoon. Browns over the Colts. Skins, they move on over the Falcons. Jets, they would beat the Colts. Jets over the Browns. The Skins over the Seahawks. We have a Washington-New York Super Bowl. The Jets versus the Skins. If you're a Giants fan, do you have a rooting interest in that? Are you rooting for the Jets? Are you rooting for Washington? Are you going to be neutral? You're going to be Switzerland? Who knows? All I do know is that's going to do it. I will try to put together another 5 seasons for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you're still here, that's awesome. I will see you guys next time. I hope that the rest of the day is the best today. Peace, love. Hot sauce.